Howdy, my name is Jaime Avila,
And I'm Eduardo Santibanez.
and in this video we're going to give a brief overview about RTOs and what they are. So what is an RTO? Well, RTO stands for Regional Transmission Operator. They control the transmission grid for a certain region. Overall, it ensures the reliability of the grid by optimizing supply and demand of electricity. So what does this mean to you? Well, it helps ensure that you have access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable power. And the RTO was created by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission through Order 2000. So RTOs in the US. This map gives you just a brief overview of some of the RTOs that are all over the US. For Texas, there's only one, which is the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT. They're based in Austin. Other important RTOs are Mid-Continent ISO or MISO and PJM Interconnection. They are two of the biggest RTOs in the US in terms of population and footprint.
So RTOs also operate an energy market, and this functions similar to the stock market, such as NASDAQ and S&P 500. So basically what happens is people that own the generators can sell energy to MISO, and then for having their generation available and online, MISO will pay out money to them. And we can also buy electricity if we wanted to on their market, similar to buying stock from a company.
Okay, so we just gave a brief overview of what an RTO is and their position in the US. So now we're gonna just give you some of the teams that help manage an RTO. And we're gonna start with Teams Administration. So what do? They essentially coordinate with other RTOs. So when an RTO tries to balance generation, loop flows are created. If you look at the diagram in the slide, you notice that a generation facility is trying to serve a load. Well, the green arrow shows the primary path that the electricity would take. However, that sometimes is not always the case. A portion might flow through a neighbor RTO. So this is a problem because the RTO is not expecting that extra electricity flowing through their lines. So it goes against what an RTO is supposed to do, which is to ensure the reliability of the grid. So that's why Teams Administration is essential. They help coordinate with other RTOs to keep the grid reliable and safe. And one way they do that is they have agreements to help manage these flows that are created.
So this summer I worked in outage coordination. So what are outages? On this slide I have pictures of various electrical facilities. As here you can see a circuit breaker, a transformer, a power plant, and a transmission line. So basically utilities will tell MISO, hey, I need to disconnect one of these or multiples of these equipments. And when you disconnect something from MISO's grid, a lot of bad things can happen. So what outage coordination does is we run studies to help mitigate the impacts of these equipments being offline. And we do that by doing N-1 contingency analysis, power flow studies, etc. And this is all done to keep the grid healthy, to prevent blackouts, brownouts, load shedding, what have you. So this is just a quick overview of several teams in MISO and what RTOs do in general. But if you want to learn more, we highly recommend you take 460 with Ms. Davis. There you'll gain a lot more understanding about how grids operate, economic dispatch, contingency analysis, and we really recommend it.
Thanks, and Gigan.